Soft skills can be learnt from books, during conversations, and in teams. We all need them, so how can you develop them? Let's explore. Are you a long life learner? Are you someone who is continually looking to grow and perhaps even optimize your life? If you are, you're in good hands here with me today. What I want to think about though is that growth comes and it goes. It's not something that we can always have. And growth mindset was my article for this week that I'm referencing here in having this discussion with you, really thinking about it as a soft skill. So if you've had a look at the rubric that I've been quoting here, or if you've read my article, you'll know that there are 5 aspects to having a growth mindset. That's our perception of learning opportunities, being able to recognize how we can learn and learning from our mistakes as well, which is what I talked about in the article. Belief that we can add effort. Effort is possible. And that's often something that can help us to move from a pessimistic state to an optimistic one as well. So think about that. Where are you right now on that scale? And if you're not optimistic right now, it may be that you have to do some work. Maybe your growth is going rather than coming in that sense. Feedback reception. So how open are you to feedback, and how much will you put in effort to make change based on that feedback as well? Our belief in our ability to develop. So we have to know that we can truly get better. And that's pivotal and a cornerstone of a growth mindset. It's not a fixed idea, this idea of maybe we feel like we're never going to be good at this, or we can't do that because someone told us at some point. Can we shift our priority over towards recognizing that growth is indeed possible and something that's achievable? And it may be that growth is very small, very infinitesimal at some point, but over time, that's where it starts to add up. Sometimes we don't see the growth until we're hitting a new chapter, perhaps, of our life or circumstance. And lastly, continuous improvement orientation. This is the 5th area of the rubric. So if we have a continuous orientation towards improvement, then we're really setting ourselves as a role model for others and being able to have that ripple effect, to be a positive presence for others in their lives. So I encourage you to think about where you are on those 5 scales, but I also encourage you to recognize that sometimes growth is not possible, or sometimes we're stalled in that growth. And I think if we're trying to constantly look for the next, and I'm, addicted to that, or I'm in danger of that most of the time, I need to recognize that maybe there's a different way. And I collect quotes, as you know, and during the week, I collected the quote, "Never let the quest for more distract you from the beauty of enough." And that came from TikTok, from a page called Pages of Impact. Never let the quest for more distract you from the beauty of enough. So where is it enough for you in your life? And where can you apply a true growth mindset? It doesn't have to be that everything in life is optimized towards that. I'm at an age now where physical fitness is important, but having some kind of dream body is not my goal here. To be healthy into my 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, hopefully, is the goal. And therefore, I can work on that. And I had a body scan this morning, which gives me a chance to recognize its feedback about myself from the machine at the fitness center, to be able to recognize, okay, where could I make some improvements? And maybe I can engage with someone who can coach me and give me some input there as well. So the growth may come in time in that particular area, but I don't want to take away from the beauty of just being here and being more present. So I want to encourage you to also think about that in your life, what you can do to remember that growth comes and it goes. So how can we shift ourselves into that more optimistic state to recognize that effort is possible and truly believing that we have that vision for our lives? It may be that once that crystallizes, that gives us a clear opportunity for our own growth as well. So let me know in the comments what you're doing towards your growth, and maybe periods of time where you didn't grow and you didn't develop, but you were enjoying the beauty of just being enough.